At 2:10, we've the latest music news in the Chart Show. But first, Nationwide Football League Extra.
Nationwide Football League Extra, in association with the Nationwide Building Society.
Coming up, 97 goals and how the Canaries' defence won the Turkey Award for Christmas week. England's number one for so long makes it to 1,000. We're with Peter Shilton on his record-breaking day. In our One from the Archives, it's back to the baseball ground 75, when Charlie was the darling at Derby County. From the League Cup, how Second Division Stockport County made history this week on a hammer night of horror.
And we've a Christmas message from the Palace. One of the game's more outspoken characters, Crystal Palace chairman Ron Nose, gives us his verdict on the year gone by and the threats and the challenges facing the game in '97. First of all, though, it's all the goals from Division 1.
There isn't the same confidence about Bolton Wanderers, who failed to win for the 8th league game running. But they did show real battling qualities after an excellent start for Swindon Town. The commentator is Clive Tilsley.
This is Walters now. But went for the chip. It's a beauty. Oh, that's a delicious goal by Mark Walters. You never lose it when you've had it. Here's Taggart. Through to Blake. He's onside here. He's got McGinley and Green in support. Nathan Blake. He's goodness knows how he squeezed that in. Scott Green is claiming the goal. Here's Watson for Swindon. Slip through to Allison. It's 2-1. Wayne Allison has put Swindon Town back in front. Sheridan. Blake. Driven in. McGinley's there. Well, 99 times out of 100, we'd be kicking off. It's Blake again. McGinley's there again. Green got in front of him. The goal counts. It's 2-2.
Nearly 25,000 were at Bramall Lane for the South Yorkshire derby. Sheffield United made the clearer chances, but 5 minutes from the end, John Hendry's quick turn and left foot shot won it to take Barnsley to the top of Division 1 for the first time this season. How Crystal Palace needed this victory. The fact that it had looked unlikely for 87 minutes will just add to Charlton's frustration. But they missed chances, and when Mike Salmon spilled Neil Shipperley's volley into his own net, Palace had the points. Now they have to make the most of that Christmas bonus.
The league table changes very quickly, having 4 games in a short period of time, and we've got another 2 home games following the Ipswich, so we've got to try and capitalise on that and make sure that when we go into the cup tie against Leeds in a fortnight's time, that we're actually in a good striking position chasing teams.
One of the more bizarre refereeing decisions of the weekend helped Wolves to victory. Steve Bull and Sean Teal got in a tangle. In the scrum down, Teal apparently handled. There was no arguing about Simon Osborne's penalty. All Wolves right to the points, as Mark McGee's side purged the memory of home defeat by Oldham with their 7th win away from home. Yet another goal from Steve Bull made it 4 defeats running for Tranmere. To the Hawthorns and a real end-to-end extravaganza. Here's Peter Brackley.
An excellent pass, releasing Jepson. Could be through here, still Jepson. Oh! Dreadful mistake by Falkright. And Nigel Jepson, Oxford's leading goal scorer, has capitalised on it. Solido made a nuisance of himself. Snickers away from Elliott. Richard Snakers! That one, and that was the Snakers of old. Crispy wrestled to the ground by Darren Pearce, and it's a penalty. Andy Hunt is going to take the kick for Albion. In injury time, he scored 2-1. Mike Ford now. Moody in the centre, trying to hook it down, and it's into the corner from Murphy, the substitute. Elliott and Pearce inevitably have gone up. This is Mike Ford, aimed towards Elliott. And his powerful header has sneaked into the corner, quite couldn't get his hands to it. Andy Hunt. He's missed! Off the crossbar. What an escape. Oh dear. This is all getting very foolish now. Here's Ian Hamilton. A chance for a shot. It's deflected. Off the post. It's there. Taylor. Well, it's been an amazing afternoon, and there's still yet a twist at the tail.
Queen's Park Rangers spent some Christmas money. They've signed Chelsea's Gavin Peacock for £1 million, and they're getting lucky. Danny Dichio curled in a free kick while Huddersfield was still lining up. Dichio and John Spencer have quickly formed a dangerous little and large act. From Spencer's cross, Matthew Brazier made it 2-0. QPR have elevated themselves into the top 8, and they were only briefly concerned when Steve Jenkins' cross was headed in by Andy Payson. Ipswich had won at Bolton a week earlier, but stopping Mike Sheeran wasn't as easy. Sheeran's 18th of an excellent personal season was quickly cancelled out, though. From a corner, Steve Sedgley headed on, and Paul Mason claimed the equaliser. Even in the bad old days of Robert Chase, Norwich City never had a week like this one. Beaten 5-1 at West Brom, they returned to the Midlands and fell apart again. Port Vale just didn't have to turn up, though. Captain Andy Porter's 7th-minute opener was well taken, as was Stuart Talbot's goal, 2 minutes before half-time. Mike Walker was hoping for some sort of leadership, but there wasn't any. When Martin Foyle headed in Port Vale's 3rd at the start of the second half, Norwich seemed to give up. Goalkeeper Brian Gunn was given little protection. Talbot's 2nd made it 4-0. If you have no pride or passion, you're going to get bounced around, said manager Walker. Steve Guppy's pass enabled Lee Mills to make it 5. As the final whistle approached, Norwich was slow off the blocks again. Foyle lost his mark at a thump-in number 6. Robert Fleck's injury time goal just drew attention to the scale of Norwich's embarrassment. Rarely has a goal been so low-key. After Norwich Crystal Palace last week, here's Mass Brawl 2. Portsmouth's Matthias Svensson and Reading's Barry Hunter started it. Everyone else carried on the confrontation. Hunter and Svensson were sent off. This was a match to encapsulate Manchester City's season. Georgi Kinkladze appeared in the mood. Even after Gary Kelly had saved his penalty, Kinkladze took devastating revenge. But style can only take you so far. In the second half, Oldham's graft was too strong for their affluent neighbours. Another goal from the gangling Ian Ormondroyd drew Oldham level. 11 minutes later, Nicky Banger, who'd just come on as substitute, turned to drive in the winner. Friday night football has often brought out the best in Southend, and they became the first side to score against Birmingham in 557 minutes. Paul Williams headed in. Just 2 minutes remained when Terry Cook, on loan from Manchester United, created Birmingham's equaliser. Substitute Paul Devlin scored it. Beside the seaside, with a biting wind to contend with, the bottom two emerged with a point apiece. Chris Waddle created Bradford's goal for the workaholic midfielder Lee Duxbury. 21-year-old Jack Lester, making only his 2nd appearance in 3 years, scrambled in a goal that maintains Grimsby's steady form under caretaker manager Kenny Swain. Grimsby and Bradford remain in the bottom two. Oldham were the only side in the bottom half to win. Their victory lifts them above Southend, a level with Manchester City. Barnsley are top for the first time this season. Their win over Sheffield United leaves Barnsley a point clear of Bolton. Barnsley also have a game in hand on the three teams below them.